Classic rock pretenders, don't get me wrong. Hello there. Good afternoon. It's 4:46. I'm Deb James, joined by Mayor Jeff Lehman from the city of Barrie. Hello. How are you?
Never bored.
No, hold on. Let's try this microphone. Try it again.
How's that?
That's it.
Now the mayor's here.
Now the mayor's here. Somebody switched around microphones on me. I wasn't even expecting it. Well, so glad you popped in. We try to do this once a month, just catch up, see what's going on. I thought I would talk about some of the tweets you sent out today about airports.
Yeah, for sure. Exciting day.
Yeah, very exciting. So I'll give it right over to you and take it away.
Yeah, so the story there, our airport, Lake Simcoe Regional, is going to be one of 11 that are part of a network now for Southern Ontario. And what that may not sound all that significant, but what it means is, as part of a network with Pearson and Hamilton and a bunch of other airports, we're going to look at how everybody grows and how we sort of share air traffic. So I don't think we're going to be, hopping on a plane in Barrie to get to Calgary or Cancun anytime soon. But I think what it does mean is we could see a lot of growth in, for example, corporate aviation and general aviation at the airport, because we're going to be part of something a lot bigger, and it's pretty cool for Barrie to be playing in these leagues. Nice.
So on a schedule or a time frame, is that way down the road, do you think, or is that in more foreseeable future?
No, it's coming quickly. Pearson is seeing 8% passenger growth a year, and their forecast is they're going to have a doubling in passengers over the next just 25 years. So the idea there is you got all kinds of traffic going in and out of Pearson right now. Everybody pays attention to the jumbo jets, but it's also, as I say, smaller stuff, cargo, all those sorts of niche markets, and some of those niches can more easily move out to the Hamiltons, Waterloos, and to our airport, Lake Simcoe Regional.
Well, we've already seen how well that airport can help us out, and when we talk about big festivals and big things that happen in our own backyard, so we already know how important it is to us and to so many people.
Yeah, I think everybody drives by and maybe doesn't realize what's up there. If you drive around at our airport, if you even just drive by it, you will see new hangars that have been built in the last few years, and they're housing jets. I mean, they're not housing just little stuff. There's a lot of companies that use this, and the other reality is, companies like Honda do business globally. They move their people around. They even move some goods around and parts around and things like that. So airports are increasingly important as Canada plays a bigger role in the global economy, and Barrie's going to be part of that. So it is exciting.
All right, let's move into everybody's favorite topic, and spring and summer construction. Yay!
Thank you for your patience, Barrie. I seem to say that a lot these days.
But I think one of the big ones, and you know what, when I took a look at the story earlier today, I'm like, you know what, it's short-term pain but long-term gain, because Centennial Park, the new, is looking dynamite. I love the way it's going to be finished up.
Yeah, and there's some things in there I think people are really going to love when they're done, like the boardwalk, for example. There's going to be a boardwalk all the way along the beach, all the way along the central waterfront. So, that's a nice feature. But the biggest deal, I think, in all of this is we're expanding the park. It's going to be 7 acres bigger. It's just going to be a much larger facility. That'll make events like Kempenfest and other things a lot easier, but just for the, everyday use. It's going to open up slowly over the course of the next 2 to 3 months. So we've got, the pathways maintained, the beach is open now. Not that anybody want to go to the beach today. Yay, the beach! It's 2 degrees, Jeff. Anyway, but as the summer goes on and we finish each of these components, it'll open up through the course of May and then June, and by July, sort of everything will be open. And of course, there's other bits on the waterfront. We're doing a new transient marina with new docks. The public will be able to use those docks, but it's mostly to bring in boaters, tourists to downtown Barrie, and that's happening right at the foot of Bayfield Street. So,
but the expectation is to have it completely opened up and ready to go for that busy part of the summer for most of July and August.
Yeah, so Kempenfest, of course, is the big target that weekend to make sure we're absolutely 100% kind of open for that weekend. But lots of the components will open earlier. So the playground, which has been fenced off for a couple of weeks, on and off actually for a couple of months, but it will open up on weekends starting in a couple of weeks, and then the boardwalk and so forth over June and July.
All right. Let's talk about Mapleview and Huronia. That's been an ongoing topic. And here, it's the story of the Mapleview Drive. But you know what? Again, it's something, a necessary evil. We all know it needs to be widened. We all know that, it has to be done. It's just a matter of, when.
Yeah. Well,
when.
Here's my take. Like, Does anybody drive along Mapleview East and think that's good enough?
Yeah.
Mapleview's 2 lanes, 1 lane in each direction with a gravel shoulder. I mean, that road should have been done 20, 25 years ago. And to me, it's one of the poster children for, how growth got ahead of us in the city of Barrie, and how we got to control it better and get the infrastructure done when we need it, not later. So we're still playing catch up, and Mapleview is a great example. But yeah, we had to sink this really, really deep pipe. It's in an incredibly deep trench. That's done now, so Mapleview itself is open again. Huronia is now closed and will be closed for several weeks as we do that pipe. But this allows the expansion of Mapleview Drive, and we're doing that east all the way over to Yonge Street over the next couple of years.
All right. Do we want to talk about climate change? Do we have enough time for that one? I noticed that that strategy, that's one that popped out today.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest impact we've seen in Barrie already, and there's no question around the data on this, it is happening. More rainfall in a shorter period of time. So flooding is the immediate concern, and of course, this is happening all over the country as we speak. But in Barrie, we've had our examples of that, and of course, this is a city that's been hit by 2 tornadoes in my lifetime. So it happens to be Emergency Preparedness Week, so I'll put the plug in while I'm on the radio, folks. Get your kit together, be prepared. We'll remember the ice storm and the blackout over 2-3 days on Easter weekend last year. It's just good to be prepared, to think about this a little bit ahead of time, to be prepared for a situation where you might not have power, food, or water, and prepare for that.
Sweet. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Always nice to chat with you, Mayor Jeff Lehman from the City of Barrie.
Thanks.